The motion before us today is the state should prioritize disaster mitigation over relocation in disaster-prone areas. We, the proposition, stand firmly in support. The state's first duty is to protect communities, not to displace them. 1.5 billion people live in disaster-prone areas. When disaster strikes, governments choose to protect people in place or move them out. Post-Haiyan relocation in the Philippines failed. Thousands returned to coastline because they couldn't survive inland. Japan, meanwhile, slashed earthquake deaths by 90% through preparedness, not relocation. The pattern is clear. Mitigation works, relocation repeatedly fails. So now let's talk about the definition. What is the definition of mitigation? Mitigation is that measures that reduce disaster impact, early warning, building codes, flood barriers, infrastructure reinforcement, and community preparedness. What about relocation? Relocation is state-directed permanent movement of communities away from disaster-prone areas. Priorities is mitigation is the default and primary policy response. Relocation only follows when mitigation is genuinely exhausted. The opposition will call relocations voluntary. We reject this. States course departure through withdrawal of service and unsafe zone designations. True voluntaries is rare. We also insist mitigation cover more than physical structures. It includes social resilience and community capacity. Do not let the opposition narrow our definition to win on a technicality. Mitigation must be the state's default response to disaster risks. Relocation is acceptable only in extreme case where mitigation is physically impossible, but it must never be the first instinct. Protect people where they are before you consider moving them. We will prove three things: mitigation saves more lives, it preserves human dignity, and it makes better use of a state resources. Win all three and the motion must stand. So I have three main arguments. For the first, it works. Japan curbed earthquake deaths by 90% through building codes and early warning, not by moving cities. The Netherlands protects millions below sea level through the Delta works. Mitigation, done seriously, delivers permanent protection without tearing communities apart. The second, relocation harms people. A World Bank review found fewer than 30% of resettlement programs met their own welfare goals. Displaced communities lose livelihoods, social bonds, and cultural identity. You cannot justify imposing documented harm in the name of protections. The third one, the economics are clear. The UNDRR shows every $1 in mitigation saves $6 in disaster response costs. Mass relocation, new housing, road, schools, servers. Costs for more per person. For resource limited stage, mitigation is the only fiscally responsible choice. Maybe they will say some risks can be mitigated. Rare exceptions, lava flow, extreme subsidence. Don't justify relocation as a default. Our model doesn't ban relocations. It demands exhausting mitigation first. The second one, maybe they say the climate change makes mitigation obsolete. Wrong. The scale of climate displacement makes mass relocation impossible to execute. Adaptive community-centered mitigation is the only realistic response at scale. The third one, maybe they say relocation achieves zero risks. No, place on Earth is zero risks. Chasing zero risks through displacement, while ignoring resettlement document harms is not governance, it's avoidance. Before the state uproots a family, it must ask, have we truly done everything to protect them where they are? Mitigation's answer yes. It is evidence-based, cost-effective, and community-respecting. Relocation treats people as risks to be managed. Mitigation treats them as communities worth protecting. The state's duty is to protect, not to displace. Support the motions and thank you.